opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. To Tobias Harris. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off,
got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Works it up top. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up. Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. Free throw up and good, and the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Sixers control. Simmons sets him up and stuffs it down. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Nothing going here on that drive. Cruises inside for two.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Here's Simmons with it up top. They trail by one. Curling inside.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Richardson. Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we... Call it the elite tier.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Simmons to Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 25.
To Julius Randle. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No. Whistle.
Yeah, baby, here we go.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Number 67, Ty Gibson.
Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
From long range.
To number 25, Ben Simmons. That is
Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second free throw. 3 for 3. Nice. Into the front court comes Simmons. Up 6. Oh, Ben Simmons. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Got it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Simmons. To Embiid. And he hits.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
To Embiid. Oh, he had him there for a second. Block shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Possession lies with New York. And scores.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Simmons with it. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
It's a big finish.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Embiid. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Smith now into the front court. Up 5. Shot from in close, no good. And the basket good at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Smith with it up top. He'll run the offense. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed, to win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons. To Embiid. Short jumper misses. Taken by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Embiid. wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
We got this. Let's go.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, New York.
Knocked loose. Knicks have it.
Hey, lock up.
Randall to Payton. For three. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Julius Randle. Huge block. Smith now into the front court. Margins 8. To Marcus Morris. Dennis Smith Jr. cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Sixers control it to Richardson. Fights through traffic to slam it down.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Oof.
Dennis Smith Jr. 2 of 4 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Richardson to Horford. Mitchell Robinson sends it away. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Horford. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Payton. Smith now. Sixers with the rebound. To Tobias Harris. Marcus Morris swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
New York in control of the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Runner here won't go down. To Marcus Morris. Here's a chance from long range. Contested shot. Marcus Morris can't hit. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Simmons with it. 2-point advantage. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. Misses the first. He missed a pair of free throws. Into the front court comes Smith. Down just a couple. Dennis Smith Jr. 3 for 6 now.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room. I'm absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Oh, Ben Simmons, 4 out of 7.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Oh, I've been waiting for this matchup.
To Simmons. Short jumper won't fall. Fires the 3. Defense played it well. Randall missed the 3. Curling inside. And scores. Strong take. First half comes to an end. It's the Sixers out in front.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started. Who gonna do this?
4-3. Buries it.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot. Now he's...
We know what's coming. Go get him.
Substitutions, New York.
Give me stands, he's coming, give me stands.
Julius Randle pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Wow. Slams it down. Man against man.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Simmons into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Harris to Embiid, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
He can't get past the defender. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here's Simmons with it up top. It's an 11-point game. Embiid to Horford. Just not going down. Runner's good there.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Into the front court comes Simmons. The lead stands at 9. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Simmons out of bounds off Ben Simmons.
Pick up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Philadelphia with the basketball. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Drive by Harris, but a shot won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was, so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Simmons with it. It's an 8-point lead. To Embiid. Oh, he got a piece of it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Number 9, Kyle O'Quinn.
Simmons with it. His team on top by 8. Embiid. Throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Knicks with the basketball. Missed a wide open look. Count the bucket for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Second effort and a putback slam.
A lot of players lift weights, but who cares if you lift weights if you don't use that huge upper body? Great job using that big frame.
And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Second personal foul. Team foul.
Simmons. Off the assist.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Number 6.
Sixers control. Takes stock of the floor. Gets to the basket and scores.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
And count the basket.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Tobias Harris. Able to convert inside.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Easy path to the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You're always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Tobias Harris. And he drains it.
Number 33, Tobias Harris.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Joel Embiid rejects it. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Nothing going here on that drive. And counted at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up, and a great start for the 76. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Julius Randle with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Hits the trifecta.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Richardson. Shot from in close, no good.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Runner here won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play. Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Sixers control it. To Richardson. Deep right corner. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Nice pass to set things up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Payton. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Knocked loose. Knicks come away with it.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Payton. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Simmons into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Horford. Julius Randle able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Simmons. From long range. Slams it home on the putback.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Has a look. off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Josh Richardson, quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Hayden. For 3, at long last. He missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it. Make him think about it a little bit more.
And count the basket inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Tobias Harris. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Julius Randle. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Here's a chance from long range. Richardson to Tobias Harris. They go down low to Simmons. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Randle. Trying to cash in. Shot no good there by Portis. To Richardson. And stuffs it home.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Joel Embiid tips it. Ooh, 5 now.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
The Knicks clear the board. Nice finish at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Fires the 3. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Rises for the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The pass set it all up.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit, easy layup.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Bullock can't connect. To Horford. Rebound hauled in by New York. Gibson throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Simmons.
You gotta get up on that.
Horford to Simmons. Horford. Off the iron. No good. To Marcus Morris. Almost. Tough shot in traffic. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Horford. Knicks have it. Count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Simmons. The drive. Right to the basket. Mitchell Robinson with the block. Richardson. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Ben Simmons. He's got 2 shots coming. He struggled so far. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Short jumper off the mark. To Richardson. Harris. Wide open look, won't go.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. For the New York.
Kevin Knox at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. Here's Simmons with it up top. It's an 11-point game. From the outside, no good.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
In the front court comes Simmons. The lead stands at 9. To Horford. Harris. They go down low to Simmons. Shot from the lane won't go. Kevin Knox powers it through.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Josh Richardson looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Slams it down.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step, however they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
Richardson to Embiid. Whoa, what a finish.
An easy two, get back on defense.
4-3. Well defended, but Knox with the three.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
He gets it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Sixers have the basketball. To Simmons. Screen coming. The shot by Simmons won't go down. To Kevin Knox. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Knox. It was right there. Richardson to Simmons. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Marcus Morris. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Taj Gibson sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lets it fly from long range. Al Horford snares the rebound. Knocked loose. Knicks come away with it. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Joel Embiid, huge block. Incredible. 6 tonight. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. The Sixers are victorious as they win a close one by 2. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen.